Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is good in the hood, fam? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and yes, we are here for another league, which is pretty awesome. So I'm in a new league called the Nstl, and it is hosted by a Gray, and he's pretty cool dude. I just met him randomly on Twitter. Someone tagged me on a tweet that he had that I put up about asking about a new. I wanted to be in a showdown league, and he was looking for people. So someone tagged me. I forgot who it was. And he asked me if I can join, so I'm like, yeah, sure, cool, because I wanted to find a new league, and this one is on Showdown. So I just wanted to try a new league because, again, guys, you know, NPA is not going too well, so I do need to practice a lot more, and I just wanted to have a new team that I could play around with. So hopefully this could be a good team for me. Let me just make sure I click. Alright, cool. So you guys already see on the screen my first pick, but this was pretty much based on budget type tiering system. So we had a total of 120 points to use on mons. So let's say like the best top notch mons are like 18 points, and then it goes down from there. And you had to pick, I believe, between 9 to 11. You had to have between 9 and 11 mons. You can't have more than 11 or less than 9. And that's pretty much how it works. So it's pretty cool. I like the budget type system better than just like tier 1, tier 2, tier and stuff like that. I do like this system a lot better. But pretty much it's gonna be like that. So let's start off with the first pick. I think I said that you guys are already seeing in the screen, but I think I'm just gonna put my logo there and then let it pop up. So let's just get right into it. But make sure you guys do leave a like before we get into it, okay, guys, because it's gonna be a new league. It's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to be in it. Hopefully I can start off well, but I just want to get to adjusted into playing mons again in general. So I don't expect to do the best in this league, but I just kind of want to get back into the rhythm of building with a different team and just seeing how my opponent's playing, things like that. So this is more of like just training to get back into hopefully get back into like top notch. But this is gonna be like, I'm gonna talk to my team really quick and then go into the first battle, just because I'd rather do it all in one shot. So hopefully it's not too crazy long. I already know I've been talking for a while now, but hopefully it's not gonna be too crazy long. But alright, let's get into it. So the first mon that we picked, this mon is actually not banned. So they actually didn't ban Aegislash, they didn't ban Mega Mawile, and they didn't ban this mon that I ended up picking up was a Mega Latias. So I picked up Mega Latias. I think Mega Latias is a really cool mon. It's really freaking strong. It's bulky. It can set up and just sweep teams. And it can be a very reliable mon in either attack or defense, or both in a match. So some matchups it might be able to do both and just chip away at teams, take hits, chip away at teams. And it's a very good pivot that just do damage. So a bulky offensive mon, so right off the bat, it's actually pretty great. Because MPA team, I didn't have very bulky offensive mon. They're either really bulky frail or bulky not hard hitting. So this is one that's gonna be the fusion of both, which is more of my playstyle. So I think Mega Latias is a great mon. I don't know if it should be banned or not. I feel like it should, but you know, that's all up to opinion. So when I saw that it was still there, I knew I had to pick it up. I knew Mega Mawile was gonna be taken, and I knew Aegislash was gonna be taken also. So I didn't even want Mega Mawile anyways. I would have took Aegislash if it was there, but I knew it wasn't gonna. It was picked round 1 because that mon's broken. So we do pick Mega Latias, great mon. So now let's go into our second pick, which is Scolipede. So the reason I picked Scolipede is because I think speed passing into Mega Latias is a very cool and dangerous thing that we can do. Obviously it can be kind of read easily if I keep doing it, but it is a great option to have because the way they eat each other's hits pretty easily. So Scolipede is weak to psychic types and fire types and things like that, while Mega Latias can actually eat that up pretty well, and I can give it a boost in speed or just have that momentum or anything like that. And Mega Latias is really bulky that I can take a lot of hits for Scolipede, which is pretty good. I like this combination really well, but Scolipede alone is a freaking beast. It's really fast, gets speed boosts, decent attack, it can set up, it can be somewhat bulky. There's times where it can actually fit a bulky role, with Black Sludge, and she'll set up Toxic Spikes. It can be like a Sash Endeavor set or anything like that, which I really do like. It's pretty cool. Scolipede is just a great mon in general, but I think together with Mega Latios is gonna be really amazing. So I'm pretty happy about that. So next we got a Rotom-wash. So Rotom-wash is one of the first mons I ever drafted in general in my draft league history. So we got Cherry back here because, man, I love Rotom-wash. It's a great mon, and now I got something that's even better than when I first had it. So now it has Defog, and Defog just adds another great thing that Rotom-wash is good at. So it's really good at being bulky. It can be pretty offensive if you put the right EVs and you have the right matchup. It can actually heal itself with Pain Split, which is pretty cool. Also, it got Will-O-Wisp, which is great. Like I said, Defog, Hydro Pump hits hard, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. It's just getting momentum. I want to build somewhat a good team that can get me some good momentum. Scolipede with Baton Path, Rotom-wash with Volt Switch already starting off really well. I think it's a pretty nice synergy there that I like with Rotom-wash, Scolipede, and Mega Latios. So I think Rotom-wash is a really great mon. It's going to be really fun to play around with, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Rotom-wash, I love Rotom-wash, and hopefully we can do some work with Rotom-wash this season. And next I did pick up Togekiss. So Togekiss, another defogger. So we got Mega Latios, we got Rotom-wash, and Togekiss. Great defoggers. I love Togekiss, a great mon. It sucks that it is weak to rocks, because you might most of the time want to play it like a defensive role or a defogger role, and coming into rocks and things like that kind of hinders it a little bit. But overall, it's still a great mon. It's great offensive and bulky mon. So again, I'm trying to build up a little bit of bulky and offensive mons that can work with the team really well, because like I said, NPA, I tried the opposite of that, having something really strong but can't take that many hits, and the team structure didn't work well with me. Obviously people can work with that, but I myself couldn't work with that. So I wanted to go with something more like this. Togekiss is amazing. It can have Nasty Claw, it can have a Choice Scarf Togekiss, just flinch everybody, flinch every mon, all 6 mons in the team, skills. So I love Togekiss, great mon. I've used it in P4G for a little while. I used it in I forgot, there was somewhere else I used it, some tournament I used it, and it did great work for me. I love it. Again, passing speed into Togekiss could be pretty awesome too. And I think it's a good combination, good offensive power and good defensive abilities to take on mons too. Obviously it gets Roost. I do believe it gets Heal Bell. I think it does get Heal Bell, I'm not sure. But it's a great mon, and I do like Togekiss. Hopefully it can put in some good work. Next we have Shaman, another core. I think I had Shaman and Togekiss on the same team in P4G. I love Shaman. Grass type, 100 all on the board. It can be offensive, it can be defensive. Again, that's like the the structure I was trying to build my team with. Just offensive, defensive. It can either play 1 week defensive, 1 week offensive, and you don't really know until the game actually starts. So Shaman's a cool mon. It can have Leech Seed, Synthesis, Natural Cure, so it actually can't get toxic too well. Like obviously it can't get toxic by Switch Out, and it loses that toxic, which is pretty awesome. Seed Flare is busted. As long as you hit it, it's busted. It could get a special defense drop and all that. A great mon to take ground type hits, which I really don't struggle with. I got Mega Latios, I got Rotom-wash, I got Togekiss, and now Shaman that resist it. But just, you can never be too safe against them ground types sometimes, But that is Shaman. Shaman is a great mon. I'm very used to using Shaman, so I can't see myself not loving Shaman. So next, I picked up a mon in Bisharp. So Bisharp's actually a mon I've wanted to use for a while, and I've never had the chance to use it or really want to pick it. But now, I took that chance. So, Bisharp worth 11 points, which is, I don't know if that's a steal or not. Again, I haven't used it, so I'm not 100% sure. But hopefully it is, because this thing is really good. It's slow, but it has a great attack. It has priority. It can set up. It has Defiant, which is really great, because if a Dark type tries to hit my Mega Latios, I can switch into Bisharp and get a boost. I can set up Floor Dance, like I said, Sucker Punch and things like that. Knockoff, always a great stab move to have on your team. And also a Steel type move also, which is pretty great. Obviously we might have to get another Steel type because he is neutral to fairies, and we do want something that can kind of eat fairy moves up, because we do have Scolipede, but Scolipede doesn't always want to take hits because things like Mega Gardevoir can take advantage of it and stuff like that. But Bisharp's a great mon, offensive. It also gets rocks, which is pretty cool, which we actually don't have any rock setters yet, and it's good to at least have an option. Again, not the best reliable rocker, but it is an option. I do believe it gets rock. I could be wrong, but I think it does get stealth rocks. Has a good defense, but a quad weakness to fighting kind of hinders that defense, and the special defense is pretty not good. But I'm not really gonna play it as a Pokemon. Who knows, 1 week it could come bulky, but it's most likely just gonna be a good pivot to make things switch around and just chip away teams and hopefully maybe sweep. That'd be pretty awesome. I do believe, does it get any speed boosting? I think it might get, I don't know if it does, but I think it's a good mon. Hopefully we can use it pretty well throughout the season. But next, we picked up Emboar. So Emboar is a good mon that I have not used yet. So Emboar fire fighting type is pretty cool. I did want to get a nice fighting type to be able to handle other dark types and things like that, and take advantage of those. Also having a nice fire type that is not weak to rocks is awesome, because so far we have 2 weaknesses to rocks, which is Scolipede and Togekiss, which isn't that great. But adding a fire type that I kind of wanted to get and not be weak to rocks is pretty cool. And this thing is just a hard hitter. It has Reckless, it has stab moves like Flare Blitz, it has superpower and things like that, which is pretty cool. And Emboar overall it's not super versatile, but it can take some hits. Could take advantage of grass types and things like that pretty well. And it does get some pretty cool coverage moves, and its special attack is not that bad either. So it's actually can somewhat be versatile in its offense depending on the matchup, but I've never used Emboar before. Hopefully I can put in some work with it this season. So next we are going into Miltank. Miltank I love. What can I really say about Miltank? Stealth rocks, bulky, thick, fat. What else does it get? Thick, fat, gets scrappy. What's the other ability? I forgot. Sap Zipper, which is pretty cool. But Miltank is cool. I wanted to get another rock setter. Like I said, I didn't have many at this point. I only had Bisharp, and now we can get Miltank in there. A normal type, so it's not weak to a lot of things, but it doesn't resist many things either. But this thing can just take hits, so that's pretty cool. I love Miltank. Not super versatile, but it can be offensive if you want it to be. It can have a curse set. It's pretty fast. Base 100 speed for a Pokemon is great, because having good speed on your walls is a good way to chip away teams, so that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much Miltank. Not much Miltank, like not a lot of things that go on with Miltank, but it is overall a great mon, and I think a very good low tier mon to pick. Next I picked up Steelix. Like I said before, I wanted to get a steel type, because Bisharp is not a reliable steel type, and Steel is pretty cool. It's not that great, but I have used it before, so I'm somewhat comfortable with it. And it is a ground type also, which we are missing on our team, so a good way to be able to have that immunity to electric types, which is pretty cool. Super high defenses, so super high defense, so we can put a lot of investment into special defense, which is pretty great. Steelix, another rocker, so we added another rocker. Like I said, steel type, and then ground type, which we were also missing, so it's pretty cool. And next I picked up Miss Mages. So this is the last mon we are picking up, and Miss Mages is an awesome mon. I've never used it in draft yet, but I've been wanting to try it. Also, it's a good offensive low tier mon. I believe it has 105 speed. I believe it's 105, and then 110 special attack. I forget exactly the special attack, but it's a really cool low tier mon. A cool mon to have to block rapid spin also, which is pretty awesome. And I just think it's a great mon in general. It has nasty claw, it has really good coverage moves. I believe it gets dazzling gleam, which is pretty awesome, so I can take on dark types, which is pretty cool. But Miss Magic is going to be a good mon to try out. It's gonna be fun, and I don't know, this team looks pretty fun to me. I might have to do a few transfers. Like I already have possibly a few transfers that I might do that I've just been thinking about. But the Z-Mons that I do have is Scolipede and Emboar. I was thinking of switching possibly Emboar to Miss Mages, because I think me and Gypsy were talking, and he said Miss Mages would be a greater set, and I was thinking of giving it to Miss Mages off the start, but I wanted to see how Emboar was gonna do with it. But I do think Miss Mages at the end of the day is gonna be nicer. It does get a healing wish and stuff like that also. So that is the team. Hope you guys do like it. It's pretty cool, fun team. Hopefully I can do well. But we're gonna get into the first match right off the bat. Bam. Alright, so give me 1 second while I switch this. Alright, so we are here back, and we are going up against forget his name, Dark Devil, I think. Sound like that? Yeah, sorry about that, I forget. But this is the team right here. I'll go over it somewhat quickly. So we have what is I believe fighting Z Embor, I believe. We have baton passing Scolipede. We have offensive metronome rotom-wash. We have Megalodios with decent I think a little bit of speed and a good amount of bulk to be able to take on hits from the Coco and from Raichu, Glade, things like that. And then we have Steelix, is a Salt Vest, so I can take on that Tapu Koko. And then we have Miltank, so I could take on... He had a Mamoswine, which was very good against my team, so I was surprised he didn't bring it. But that is the team. I know I went over it kind of fast, but I think my plan really was kind of to have this baton passing speed with Scolipede and passing it to my Rotom or to my Latios or to my Emboar and just try to break through his team. That was kind of my plan. I don't think it's the greatest plan, because if he does have Whirlwind on his Skarmory, that kind of ruins all my plan in general, and it's going to be hard to break through his team because my Latios is too bulky, and then Rotom's going to be pressured and things like that. But I was hoping he wouldn't have Whirlwind in Skarmory, but I was almost 100% sure he was going to have it. So let's just get right into it. I do believe I start off with Rotom. And he starts off with the Tapu Koko. So right away I'm going to switch into my Steelix. Had a feeling he was going to go for U-turn, but I had to switch into my Steelix. He brings in his Milotic, and I had to switch out because Milotic's going to be annoying. I go into Rotom. Alright, let me slow this down. It's going a little too fast. So this time he goes for Nature's Madness. He does double switch into his Koko, doing a very, very good switch. He's playing very well off the start, and that's really, really good. So here I do go for the Heavy Slam, hopefully to get some type of damage on Koko, but I had a feeling he was going to go into my Milotic, but I couldn't switch because he was going to U-turn, and then I couldn't really do much. I'm going to go back into my Rotom, hoping he's going to stay in this time, and he does actually stay in. He goes for the Skull, gets the burn. Not really that much of a big deal, but so I go for Willow here because I thought he was gonna have the Miracle. He actually does have the Miracle, so that was a good play on me. If I had Sub on Rotom, which I was thinking of having, oh man, that would have been perfect. But I just kept going for Will-O-Wisp here just in case he wanted to go into anything like Glade, Koko, Skarmory, anything like, well, he wouldn't go Skarmory, but like Skunk Tank, anything like that. And if I got a burn on that, that'd be amazing. So I just kept going for it because, again, I do have the Pain Split, so I can just keep Pain Splitting. But here's gonna be like kind of mixed match, me going Willow, him going Miracle, going Scald, Recover, Pain Split. So I'm just gonna skip to some of these until right here, where I do believe I go for Pain. No, I think I go for Thunderbolt here. Oh no, Pain Split, Pain Split. And right here, I stay in. I believe I stay in right here. Yeah, so he goes for Thunderbolt. He read it this time. We do live it, which is pretty wild, but he goes for that, and we go for our own Thunderbolt. We do a good chunk of damage, but he already dropped our health down so low, and now Rotom goes down, which really, really sucks because one of my speed passing plans was with Rotom, and now it's going to be really hard to take out his Milotic. So here, I don't know why he went into Glade. I went for the Earthquake just to try to do some damage on that Milotic, but he actually stays. He went into his Glade, and I did not want him to set up, so I was gonna stay in and just keep going for Heavy Slam because I did not want this thing to set up. So he's gonna go for the Drain Punch. As you saw before, he went for the Substitute, and we were able to break it. But now I lose my Steelix, and we're in a bad spot because we lose a great check to Tapu Koko and Raichu, and that really, really sucks. I went for Poison Jab here to try to take down this Glade, and here's where I was hoping, please don't have the Whirlwind. And he puts up his rocks, which I thought he would put it up. I went for my sub because I'm like, here I can pass it into Megalodios and do some great damage to his team. But you're gonna see he does have the Whirlwind, which was pretty obvious he was gonna have it, and I kind of was hoping he was gonna have it and still prep my team in a way as if he wasn't gonna have it. So that was already terrible for me. But here I go into my Miltank, and just in case he wanted to switch into anything, because he might think I'm gonna go for rocks or anything like that, but I went for the Earthquake just in case he did want to switch. But he's just gonna keep going for Brave Bird, and I do believe I go for my rocks after this turn. So let's see. Yeah, rocks do go up. Miltank putting up them nice rocks, and Miltank nice and blue. But I cannot beat Milotic, to be honest. I keep looking at that thing, and I was just like, how am I gonna beat this? The only way I can beat it if I set up with Latios, but he could have haze. He could have haze, so it's something. But right here, Miltank doing something real nice. I eat that Drain Punch real nice, and then I counter, and Miltank gets a kill. I mean, like, when Miltank gets a kill, it's just a win in my book. But in comes his Coco, and I do believe I stay in after Miltank gets that nice counter kill, because I can't really do much. And he kills off my Miltank, and again, we are in a terrible spot. I am gonna go into my Latios here, because I do think this is at the beginning I thought it was a Choice Scarf Coco, but either way, U-turn doesn't do much damage. I do believe I go for the Calm Mind here, and I am gonna go for the Roost as he goes for Poison Jet. I don't know why he went for Poison Jet, but he actually gets the Poison right away, which is pretty annoying. But whatever, it's whatever. It's a Dark type versus Mega Latios, and you're gonna see he goes for the Sucker here. I did go for Roost because I thought he was gonna go for Sucker. And this turn I went for Dragon Pulse, and you saw how much damage that did. And I don't think I have a lot of special attack on this Latios either, which is pretty great. I think so. I don't remember, to be honest, but he is faster. And again, the speed is really what killed me this game. So as you can already see, Scolipede and Emboar are left, and pretty much his whole team is left. So you guys can see that I'm gonna lose. There's no way I can win this right now, because he has Milotic first of all. As Skarmory is annoying, it has Whirlwind, so I'm not gonna be able to do much. So there's really not much I can do, and I am gonna lose this one. And it sucks because I didn't have the best matchup. He had a pretty good matchup against me, but I could have definitely built my team better. But I already know where I went wrong right away. I was depending on speed passing Scolipede when I knew he was going to have a Whirlwind Skarmory. And that right there from the start just ended my hopes of even winning this. Because my main plan was to pass speed to Rotom, Latios, or Emboar, and it was easily countered by Skarmory. I didn't have any attacking move that I could hit Skarmory with my Scolipede anyways. So there's I couldn't really do much. So here I do believe I go do I just go for the Protect here? Yeah. And I don't think I get another kill here. So let's see. He switches out into this thing, which is gonna take all the hits, and I'm just gonna die. So I don't know. I really depended on the speed, and that was really a bad move. I didn't put much speed on Latios. Latios could have possibly brought it back for me, because if I had more speed than his Skuntank, I could have at least lowered the differential a little bit more. I know Coco could have came in and revenge kill me anyways, but Latios did have a good chance to kind of bring it back for me a little bit. But again, me not putting enough speed and relying on speed passing really was bad. And speed passing is a great tech, but not the way I used to this week. So the thing is that I did already learn a lot from this week, and it is a big loss, but I think it's gonna help me a lot for the next week. And I'm still excited about this. I know starting off a loss is terrible, but I've been losing a lot lately in general, and as long as I'm learning from it, I'm good. Like I said, I'm using this league to kind of learn and kind of get back to the ways I was before, because when I first started, that's how I was. I had to learn from all the mistakes I was making, and that's how you get better pretty much. So I know this video is probably super crazy long, because I did the team build, not the team builder, the draft analysis and the battle all together. But if you guys just watched the whole thing, thank you so much. I will try to bring it back next week, guys, because I know where I went wrong, and I'm definitely gonna fix that for next week. Not relying on something, and just kind of being a little more versatile with my team, which is a pretty versatile team in general, so I'm just gonna have to play around with that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure you do leave a like. I know we start off a lot, but we're gonna try to push it back, and hopefully we will make it to playoffs in this league. I think we can. I believe in us. Sorry about that. I do believe in us, but your support is very much appreciated, guys. And if you are new, make sure you do subscribe. I'm gonna try to keep these battles flowing every week. Hopefully I can bring them up. I know I always say that, and stuff ends up happening and I don't get it up, but I'm gonna try to put it up every single week. I believe these battles go up on Sunday, I do believe, which is fine with me. But I hope you guys are looking forward to it. A new league, new battles, new team, new everything. And this was gonna be a really fun one. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you do support, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you guys, and like always, have a beautiful day, fam.